Hello everybody, welcome. Come on in, say hello. It is Thursday night. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. Alright, so tonight I'm doing a couple of military wreaths I need to get done for a show that I'm doing next weekend. So I'm just getting everything ready for those. I already have the bases prepped. So we're just going to be filling them in with the ribbons, the tubing, and the attachments, and any bows and that we need. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've done so that y'all can see. So here's my base. I did a poof, 12-inch poof, and then I did in every other one I did the jute, cut it 20 inches, and ruffled that up and put that in there. And then in every other tie I put 2 curls, one green and one jute, cut at 10 inches. So the poofs are 12, the ruffles are cut at 20, and then the curls are 10 inches each. And I put 2 curls in each one. And there are 18 ties on my frame. And we're going to put our sign on. So here's the one sign that I always use. So these I have in my shop all year round. And I just need to replenish the ones that I've sold. So this is a sign that I get from the wholesaler Sims Pottery. It just says Brave and Strong Army. It's got the dog tags and 4 soldiers there in the black shadows. So that goes in the center of the wreath. And I've got my wire here somewhere. So I went ahead and started my bases early because I knew I needed to get these done, 1. And 2, you guys have seen me do ruffles and curls and poofs, a million times. So I didn't think tonight you guys would mind if I went ahead and got everything done, since I'm doing 2 wreaths. And putting all the fillers on would be plenty. Hello everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I do appreciate it. Come in, say hello. Be sure to share this if you wouldn't mind. So the sign comes with 2 holes in it already. It's a 12-inch metal sign. It comes with a hole at the top and the bottom. Of course, their holes are a little bit bigger than what mine are. Or would be when I use my little tool. Hey, Debbie. Alright, so we've got 4 wires there. I need my... Sorry, my ear's itching all of a sudden. Probably from the jute. Alright, so they put a hole at the top and the bottom already. So I would want to add it to the sides. This is kind of a heavy sign. So I want to have all 4 places have a wire. I want to make sure it's somewhat centered. So this little tool here, if you got my email tonight, this is the one that's highlighted this week. It's a little hole punch. It's a jeweler's hole punch. And that's what we use to make holes in our signs. They're not very expensive. You can get them through my affiliate link. If you want the link to it, I can put that in there for you after the live. I can't get to it while the live is on, but I can do it after. Or you can get it on my supply list. So if you want my supply list, just type in the word supply and I can send you the whole list that has all of my tools, ribbon racks, things like that on it. Your dad was in the Army for 25 years? Yeah, my husband served for 24. He still works for the Department of Defense. Not as a soldier, but as a civilian. So he's serving another 20 years in a civilian capacity. One of the things that he wanted to do when he retired was to be able to still work with the soldiers, and that's what he's been able to do. So, but he served for 24 years in the Army. He was airborne, so he was stationed here at Fort Bragg for most of his career. I have two nephews who were also in the Army. And of course my grandfather was in the Army. My dad was not able to go. But we have a long military history on both of our families. My husband's father was a Marine. My brother-in-law was a Marine. He's retired now. And then most of his uncles served in the military in one capacity or another. All right. So we're going to set this right up on top. All right, I forgot to do my ties. Let me get rid of these ties up here. So on the top, I don't put anything else. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and do the ribbons. I was going to put the ribbons on after, but let me do it before because of the sign. See, I got myself all turned around here. All right, so for the ribbons, these are all cut at 13 inches. I have this 1.5 inch olive green. I've got this Army with all the different sayings on it. It says hero, defend, USA, duty, freedom, thank you. You know, just different sayings on there for the Army. Then I used this yellow gold because one, it has it in the sign, and two, I try to work a yellow into all of my military wreaths because the yellow ribbon is for the soldiers who are away. So kind of like a reminder for to remember the ones who are not at home. And then we're going to use this camouflage 2.5 inch. So I try to work that yellow into my wreaths. And then I also, this is just something that I do, on the backs of my military wreaths when I sell them, I wire a little soldier to it. And then a card goes along with it that has the soldier's prayer on it. All right, let me get rid of this. This is not. All right, let's try this again. So if you have any questions, just put them in the comments there. If I don't see them, I do go afterwards and after my live and go back and read comments. You can get on my email list by putting in the word email. We'll send you the link to that after the live. And you can sign up for that to get notified whenever I go live. And then, like I said, this week I have the hole punch in there that's got how you can order that and information about it. So I'm going to cut my ties down and fold them over because we don't need those on the top anymore. On the bottom, I'm going to use the tubing, so when we get to the bottom, I'll put the tubing in with the wire, or with the ribbon, excuse me. How's everybody doing today? Hey, Cece. I was thinking about you today, hon. I got the idea actually from Chick-fil-A, believe it or not. I was there one day and they had this little table set up by the front of the store, and they had all these little plastic soldiers. Matter of fact, there's two of them right here. And they wanted you to take a soldier and take it home and put it somewhere where you would think of the soldiers who weren't at home. So that gave me the idea to include them. So I bought a bag of little army men or soldiers, and decided I was going to put them on the back of the wreath frame. Hey, Kathy. Sorry I missed your live last night. I really wanted to see that candy corn. I've been trying to figure out a pattern to make one of my own, but they all seem really small. Hi, Miss Joy. How are you? Is everyone doing well, I hope? Thank you. You almost ready to start back up? Awesome. Well, we've missed you. Are you going to Lori's retreat in October? Oh, no, you don't have to do that. I was just wanting to make one for myself. I can't draw to save my life, so. So again, if you just joined, I did 12-inch poofs on this wreath with 20-inch ruffles in every other tie. And then in the other ties, I did the curls, which are cut at 10 inches, and I did the natural jute and a green curl. If you've never seen the curl, the poof, and the ruffle done, there are tons of videos on my page. That's what I used to do only in the beginning. Every wreath, I think, was poof, ruffle, and curl. It was my favorite method to use. And it probably still is. It's just, it takes a lot of mesh and a lot of work. And the way prices are right now, you know. Lucky for me, I've had all this stuff for a while, so. My ribbons are cut at 13 inches. And we're using 4 different ribbons. 2 2.5s and 2 1.5s. So on the top, it just gets the ribbon and then the sign goes on. The bottom will get the ribbons and the tubing, and it's just one color tubing, cut at 36 inches, and we're going to fold it up and put it in each tie on the bottom. This jute makes my nose itch. Hey, Carolyn. So Mr. Bab is still under the weather. Poor thing. He's been sick for a week now. He's had to work from home. That's rough too, you know. He thought he was going to be able to go back to work today, but no go. He's not going back at least till Monday. Yes, please tell us where you're from if you're new. We'd like to give you a nice warm welcome. Introduce you to all our friends. Alright, that was the last one on the top for this one. We'll go ahead and put our sign on. Alright, again, this sign came from Sims Pottery. It is a metal sign. It's 12 inches. And it just says, Brave and Strong Army. Has the dog tags and then the shadows of the 4 soldiers. Alright, we're going to set that on there. Get my little... Hey Nick, how are you? Long time no see. Got to put the readers on so I can see. Oh my goodness, my glasses are filthy. So I'm taking my weaving needle. I sell these in my shop if you need some. I'm taking my weaving needle and I'm just poking that through. So if you struggle with getting your signs on your wreaths, these weaving needles are perfect for this. They help you get through all this mesh. You don't have to worry about separating the mesh. You just go right straight through everything. And believe me, if you struggle with signs, they are a lifesaver. So we're just going to go right straight down through all that. That's it. Put your wires down there for you, and then we're going to get this one on here, get the side ones on. So pick you up a couple of these. We've got them in two different sizes. They come in the 6-inch and the 3.5 inch. They come in sets of 5, and the shipping is included. So I want to get all these wires through here before I snug this down, because I want to make sure that it's in the center. I saw someone doing a wreath the other day and they were struggling with signs, and I so wanted to say, I know where you can get help with that, but I wasn't going to do that because it was someone else's live, and that's not nice to promote yourself. So I didn't say anything, but I could have saved them a ton of time. All right, I want to pull my ribbons up, and all I'm going to do is loosely tie this down until I get everything where I want it. I want to make sure that the sign is perfectly centered. So I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to go to the top, grab a hold of those. I want to pull this up, because the sign is heavy. Well, that one already went on the other side. There we go, right there. Come on. My fingers are a little fat to go through the rings of the frame. They do not want to cooperate. Come on, get up here. So when you have a heavy sign like this, it's always best to wire your sign to the highest ring on the frame, which I did not do. So take this out. Let's get this out. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Feel where that's at, and then I'm going to go right down in there. There we go. That's better. There we go. Now don't pull too tight because you don't want to smush all your stuff. And then I can go back and adjust this any way I need to. This bottom one's too tight, so I need to undo that one. Oh, somebody's at my door. Again. Same thing last week. Probably a delivery. Yeah, it'll still be there when I get done. There we go. That's better. Again, don't do it too tight. You don't want to smush all your stuff. It's not a good look. There we go. Hey Kim, how are you? Alright, now let's get these sides on. Make sure your ribbons are pulled out. There we go. So much better. So again, if you are new to my page or you haven't joined yet, join my email list. It gets you notified whenever I'm going to go live, and it also talks about any of my products that I have on sale. I didn't get this one in here. Oh, that's the other side. Duh. Confusing myself here. So on these wreaths here, my regular military ones, I don't do a bow on this one. Yeah, type in the word email. We'll send you out the link. Because the sign is so big on here, we don't normally put a sign or a bow on this one. The next one we will be putting a bow on that one. Alright, so there it is with the sign on. So I'm putting that in. Now we're going to take our tubing, which is cut at 36 inches, just because that's the size of my mat. I'm actually going to do it a little bit different from what I normally do because it's longer. Usually I just fold it in half twice and then put it in. But because that's when I cut them at 24 inches. These are 36, so I just wanted to have I'm only using one color, so I thought I want it to stand out. So I need it to be a little longer. Come on. So let's get those ribbons going there. Alright, there we go. And I will fix this wire at the top. I don't like that I can see it, so I will have to fix that. But there's that one. I'm going to set that down there for a second. Let me grab this one. Alright, this one here, I used 30-inch ruffles. Oh, don't fall. My wreath stand wants to fall now too. I can't win. Thank you. Alright, here's our plush guy. He comes with his hat, he comes with the flag, and he comes with his pants, camouflage pants, with his boots. It's a 3-piece set, and if you need any, I have 3 of them left in my shop. You can get them at wreathdecorbydawn.com. Look under supplies. His legs are wired all the way down to his boots. His hat comes with wires on it as well as the body. The flag does not. Probably need to steam that. I can steam it after. But this is a straw that it's on, so that's easy to poke a hole in and attach. Alright, where are my, there they are. So he's got the little pockets that actually open. You can put stuff in the pockets, on the bottom anyway, on the sides of his legs. This is supposed to be like his shirt hanging down. But you really won't see that because it's going to be tucked up in the wreath anyway. So I want to make sure that the wires go all the way to the bottom. So carefully pull them out. Make sure that they're going all the way down. You can feel them touching the boot. So you don't want to pull them too hard. Now if you wanted, you could cut these off, put a dab of glue on it so they don't come out, and then put your own wire on here. But these are not bad. Sometimes they're a little thicker. These are not. Alright, so this one is all done in ruffles, and they are all cut at 30 inches, and I just did a regular ruffle. So we're going to use this base here. And this mesh is actually from Hobby Lobby. It's a very nice mesh. Very stiff mesh. We're using this sign here that says Love My Soldier. And it's got a boot, a hand grenade, a rifle, the ammunition round, and then the dog tags. And this is a 6 by 12. Yeah, 6 by 12. And this one came from, there's no tag on the back, so I know it's not Lee's. I want to say it came from Jane's Front Door Decor. I think that's her page. Isn't that it? Isn't that Jane's page? I think that's her page. Alright, so what I'm going to do with his body is find where my frame is. This mesh sticks to itself, so be very careful. Alright, so that's going to be our top. So I want to open this up in between where the top and the bottom mesh is, and we're going to put him in there. Now, you want to be careful because this mesh will snag him. Alright, I'm going to wrap this once. And that way I'll know if it's coming out too far. Where's my pliers at? So I'm going to hold it right there with the pliers, and then I'm going to twist the wire. And then I'll know if I'm pulling it out too far. I don't want to do that. There we go. So I want to get these going up and down. So again, if you need one of these soldiers, I do have them in my shop. Check it out, wreathdecorbydawn.com. I'm going to take and put these right through here. And I'm going to go to the top of the ring. There's a crossbar on this one side. I'm going to go right on that. Right there. And then this one we're going to go on the top right here. Once I get these wires through, I'll flip it over. Make sure those wires are not going into my mesh and they're going through the frame. There we go. Alright, right there. Now we're going to flip them over, and now it'll be easier for me to tie this off. Right there. Oh, come on. Thank you. So I'm going to twist this around the frame. And then we'll do the same with this side. That one did not go where it was supposed to. There we go. So you don't really even see his belt in that, which is a shame, but I want it up in there because it's going to be more secure. You could just tie it to the last ring, but then again, it's not going to be very secure. Alright, so now that he's in there, let's pull our mesh down. Now you could also, this mesh just pulls, snags on itself so bad. You can't really pull it apart, you got to cut it, otherwise it'll make it worse. Anyway, you could take it up around the back and attach it, but I like it like this. So there's his bottom. That wire needs to come over here. So I want to bend his legs just a little at the knees. There we go. So there's his legs. Alright, for this one we're using the camouflage. We're using the army ribbon again. We're using a darker olive moss, and then we're using this tan. So let me get my little board here from Susan, the Flexi Tails. All right, we're going to cut these at 13 inches. I need 9 of each one. There's 9. Slide it off of this board, and what I like about hers is that they flex, so you can pull them out a lot easier. Alright, so we're done with those. Alright, I have to dovetail these. To go with this one. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put these all on real quick. Once these are on, we can put the hat on and the sign, and we'll be done. Make a bow. We're going to do the green with that and the tan with this. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Let's start with our camouflage. Oh, no, let's start with the other one. I don't want camouflage right next to his legs. So what's everybody been up to? You guys doing anything fun this week? What are y'all working on? Everybody working on fall already? Or are we still on summer? I'm going to start up on top so that we can get that done and get the hat on and the sign. Give it a couple twists, and then I cut this off. Thank you all so much. Alright, there we go with our ribbons. Let's get our sign. I guess I had one of each left. You saw that, yeah. Alright, let's get our sign on here. Again, we're going to poke holes in this. Oh, sorry. That was loud, I know. So again, I'm using 26 gauge floral wire, silver. Alright, okay, again we're going to poke holes in the sign. I am going to do all 4 corners. And again, this tool is listed in my supply list. It's also in this week's email, the description and the link for it. Get all these little pieces of metal. Guess I got them all. Alright, let's get these on here. You know what? It may not need a bow. There may not be any room. If we do, it'll be up in here because the hat's going to go over here, off to the side just a little bit. Alright, get my weaving needle again. Take the wires, put them together, go straight down through all your mesh and everything. No need to separate any of it. Just make sure that your wires are out. loosely attach it to the frame. Don't make it too tight right now because you want to make sure that it's all even and not tighter on one side than the other. And we don't want to smash anything down. So I'm just going to wrap it around there. I'm going to spin them around. And we're going to do this one up here. All right, we've got the sign on. Now we're going to put the hat on. All right, there we go. There's our soldier sign. All right, let's get the hat on. All right, so the hat comes with 3 wires. There's 2 at the back of the hat, and then there's 1 at the front. There we go. Thank you. All right, again, it's in the material, so I just want to twist it. I probably should switch out these wires and put my own. But we'll wait. We'll leave it for now. I can always switch it out tomorrow if I need to. For now, we'll leave it. All right, so I'm going to twist it. There. Let's twist this one. All right, so this one here, knocking stuff over. All right, so I'm going to take these and I'm going to go right in between. These are thicker, so you can just grab a hold of them and twist them on there. All right, there we go. Twist this one on, and then that's done. So the hat cover, as it's called in the military. There we go. Can you see that? Yeah, he's crooked, so I'm going to have to fix that. Or the sign's crooked, one of the two. But we'll fix that. This side just needs to go up more, it looks like. Alright, let's see. Should we make a bow real quick? Alright, let's make a bow. Where am I going to put you? You're going down here. Take a nap. Take a nap. This one, and this one. Alright, we got our easy bow maker here. We're going to use that. Well, we'll make a bow, and if it doesn't need it, then we can always sell the bow extra. Put it on their mailbox or something. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to start with this one. So this one is a 2.5 inch. It's got the brown, the tan, and the green in it. I don't want long tails. We're going to do a 5.5 inch loop. we're doing 2 loops on each side. Okay, these are going to be 5.5 or 5. We already did 5.5. So these will be 5-inch loops. We're going to do 1 on each side. Add in the yellow now. That'll go in between. And like I said before, I always try to add the yellow in to my military wreaths. We're going to do 4.5. And we're going to do 2 loops on each side. Well, thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. I really do appreciate y'all being here. There we go. Dog is outside barking now. Alright, we're going to do our camouflage. No, let's do the camouflage. We'll do that last. I'm going to do this green. And this one's just going to be 1 loop on each side at 4 inches. There we go. Good night, Miss Joy. Thank you for hanging out with me. We'll be done here in just a second, guys. Alright, now we're going to put the camouflage on. And this one is going to be about 3 inches, 3.5 inches. And we're just going to do 2 loops. we go. All right, this is done. Oh, if I can get that pin in there. All right, zip ties. Got 2 zip ties here. I'm going to take this, it's 11-inch zip tie. Go up through here, make sure we get everything on there, make sure it's all the way to the bottom, get it snug so that we can pull it off of here without any problem and without messing up our bow. We're going to move that zip tie over into that little divot, and I want to pull that lock back to the back. And then we're going to tighten it up a little bit. And then we're going to put our other zip tie through the back. Make sure it's going the right way. Hold on to those 3, and then we're going to fluff. A little bit tighter. So I want to fluff all these up. Okay, there we go. We'll dovetail these in a second. We get it nice and tight. All right. Nice and tight. Let's get this cut off. Now we have our zip tie here that we can use to attach it to our wreath. All right, let's get our wreath back up. Our little soldier guy. So if he doesn't need the bow, we can always take it off, use it for something else. It's not a big deal. But we're going to go ahead and put this one on here just in case. If I can get it through here. Trying to find where the opening is. There it goes. Thank you. Everything wants to be difficult. So we fluff this out. We'll cut these dovetails. It probably just needs to be moved up a little so it doesn't cover our sign so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. This needs to go over here out of the way. There we go. So I'll finish this up. I'll post pictures of it as always. Eventually. Some days it takes, or some weeks it takes longer to get it done. But thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to cut that the wrong way. And spending your night with me. I hope you have a great week and enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Be kind to one another, and I will see you next Thursday, where I believe we're going to do a firefighter wreath next week. I have a plush firefighter that we're going to do. That one won't take as long. So you want to just fluff out these bows, loops, get them all nice and rounded out. Get some lift in them. And that is it for tonight. I'll hang it up, make adjustments, take pictures. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I enjoy doing it. So there he is. I hope you can see him. Yeah, he needs to be fixed. He's a little crooked, so I'm going to fix that. Oh, now he's coming out. Those wires have got to be glued in, so I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those and wire them in. Or glue them so they don't come out. Glue them in. Sorry, that's what I meant. And then we'll put his flag on there. I'll find a place to put that too. What I'll do with that is I will take my ice pick or even a needle. I have a metal needle or a pin or something, and you can poke a hole in the straw and put wire through it at both ends and wire it to your, or not, you don't have to do it at both ends, do it like in the middle and down at the end, and you can wire it into your wreath, just like you would an attachment. So that's how that'll go. It'll go on the other side though. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.